Thank you for listening to another edition of Interview with DJ Nocturna. If you're listening on YouTube, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Again, if you like this interview. Well, my guest, a little different, away from the music world into the world of artists and one of the Hawaii's very own wonderful ceramist and potter, Joey Chiarello.
Chiarello, hello, thank you.
Chiarello.
Sorry, Grandpa, he made sure I have to say it correct.
Yeah, thank you for joining me. Wow, I mean, I'm so glad that I have you on the show. I think it's been long overdue, but I think it had a reason because I think having I just started this YouTube channel. I think it's
Yeah.
perfect because then you can show me a little bit of your work as well.
Wow, yeah, that's great because then we have a little video to the radio.
I know, yeah. Thank you for joining me, Joey.
For
I
having
have to. I'm gonna show off my wonderful cup you made for me. Let me see if it can be seen here. But
There's a
so this is
Nocturna mug.
the Nocturna mug, which is a bat.
It's you.
I really like how it looks like me in some ways.
I was amazed at how the shape fit perfect in some ways. Your face, it was great. Doing
Yeah,
that.
I can totally see it has an image of me, and then the backside it has the speaker. I mean the what do you call the headphones
Yeah.
and I like how you did the hair.
I had to honor my DJ friend.
No, it's great. I love it. It's so
Badass
beautiful. I'm so
Yeah, like I told you before, it was such a feat of love to make that for you.
Oh, thank you. It's such a beautiful. I mean, it's now your work is really they're masterpieces, and they're actually nothing like it, right? I mean, once you make something, I don't think it can be replicated, right? I mean, you of course you
No.
can do, yeah, because every
Some
piece
of
you
my
make-
cups I make molds from, but majority, all of my sculptures and things are all hand built demons that are all non-replicated. So
yeah.
it's originals. This guy is called the Orchestrator. So it's kind of
Wow.
like the demon on your shoulder, or whichever paradigm you prescribe to. If you're more of a negative thinker, you might hear a different tune in your head. So we all
Yeah.
dance to the beat of our own drum, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's kind of the characteristic to say that none is really wrong, but it just is where it is. It might be a real hassle and it might be looked
Yeah.
at as bad,
No,
but
I don't think.
really,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's an
mean, I
art.
mean, everything has a meaning behind it, and I know you take very. I know your sculptures are very intricate, and I know there's a meaning behind them. I know you take a long time to make one. It takes
Yeah,
it's not kind of it's not one of these things where you can just do like that. Like, and then you're done. I mean, I know it takes some time, and you name them,
that's
right?
right. Some of them take up to 3 months to get created or more. And they all have names, but it's all based on self-reflection. So because I want to grow and not be a stagnant person, I want to become better and more, always a better person than I was
Yeah.
yesterday. So that helps me to do that is by reflecting into the clay. So I put all of my issues and traumas and things into the clay work, and then that becomes that piece, and then I'm done. But that's why each piece takes a long time to create. It's very intricate because I'm kind of working on self-therapy at the same time. So at
Oh.
first, when I started doing that, I would take a really long time on purpose, just so that I could relax and feel that relaxation. So that's because a lot of times growing up, I had a lot of anger issues and things growing up on the mainland, a little bit up until 1999 or 98 actually is when I first came out here. But it was really started the work of demons and my Asian styles was way back home.
Mhm.
In second grade when I was 7, or no, sorry, I was 5 and my sister was 7. It wasn't really a prank, but I was too weak. I couldn't really mow the lawn or do chores or anything. So my sister was really kind of mad at me a lot as a kid. She'd be like, oh,
Mhm.
big sisters and sibling issues already. That's going
Mhm.
to be hard. But so basically, we had a little dog and I got too close to the dog as a kid just because I wanted to kiss the doggy. But the dog nipped me in the face. And I think my parents maybe could have said, oh, don't put your face in the dog's face. Don't be like that. Instead, they put the dog down And
Oh.
yeah, so it was really sad though. And then my sister blamed me for killing the dog. She's like, it's your fault. So she said that I was adopted and that I was Japanese. And
Uh-huh.
so after that, I was only 5 and I really believed her for a good 2 years. So during that time, I was looking at, my mom took us to the library a lot. And so I was checking out a lot of books on Japanese samurai at that time. And so that's when I opened those books and figured, all right, then I'm glad to be Japanese because I'm not like these guys. And even my dad, he was petty, silly little racism when he'd come home from work, just bullshit that I couldn't handle. It was making me more and more angry because I knew that's not how life is supposed to be. You can't be like that. It was, so that started right there. At 5, I started drawing a lot of Asian demons and dragons and tigers and things, and really connecting to what I thought was my culture. But after 2 years, my teachers got curious. They wondered what's going on because I'm not really connecting to my family. And they thought I was like needed to have some psychiatry, some sort of talk. And finally, my mom confronted me and said, what is wrong with you? And I really believed I was Japanese. And so I learned about Taoism and Buddhism and all those things. So it was kind of a rude awakening to find out. I was depressed, but it was okay. It's like, you know, you're young, you don't know, but still that remained the style of doing the demons,
Yeah.
the Japanese culture and the things, because I really related to this one is the Hanya, or the scorned woman
Oh, yeah.
in No Theater.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the one that can't let go. She's been wronged before and she can't forgive or forget. So she's transformed into a demon because she's just, that's my take on it. And so I like to take my own anger and make it reflect in the story of the Hanya, or a lot of the Japanese demons,
Wow.
because they show my anger. But they're all kind of comical. Like this is a little rocks glass,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's kind of comical. I try to keep a little kindness to their face. And that's why I like to do animals a lot too, is because animals are pure innocent.
Yeah,
Pure.
I noticed that you have really interesting animals. I was gonna ask you about the theme of some of these, right? Because I know you like to focus. I love the owl look.
Mhm.
One of the owls, so cute.
Thank
They're
you.
so
I have
adorable.
a really angry owl right now. She's in the shop as well. But this is one of my angry cups.
Yeah.
These are like little rock glasses,
Uh-huh.
and they're supposed to be, I don't know if you can see the little demon there.
Yep. Yeah.
There's always little bad words.
Uh-huh.
F-U-E. And then this guy, he's censored by my name tag.
Uh-huh.
Can't see his crotch, but that's here.
Oh
So it
yeah.
says F censorship. I'm sorry, that might be a little.
Oh no, it's good. It's good. So they're made out of clay slab, right?
Yeah, these are all ceramics. When I do the slip cast, like my
Mm-hmm.
demons in my tea is all cups
Mm-hmm.
and pipes and things like that, functional items. That's why I call myself a potter as well, because I do make pots and things. Uh, and so those ones, yeah, that's what I've been selling online a lot of.
Yeah,
But
and I know you have you have a an Etsy page.
I do, yes, called Demons in My Tea.
Yeah. So where'd you get the name Demons? Is that from the story that you're just telling me?
It was from the story I was telling you, but also like I like to try to be a gentleman. My mom taught me to be more of a gentleman. And so it's like this combination of anger and being a gentleman,
Mm-hmm.
because I really get along well with my mother. And so the tea is like, oh, I have a little tea, and but I'm angry. So it's like a demon went and jumped in my tea and
Oh.
made me all angry or something. But what I've also realized is that I've been allergic to dairy my whole life,
Oh.
and I've been eating it all my life. Just recently, I also quit eating that and was able to find out what that was. But it's because of all I feel the art therapy I've been putting myself through. By making these demons and things, it's really helped me stay calm and avoid becoming an angry person, which I'm not. I'm a very happy person.
Yeah, you are. You're very I mean I love your energy.
Thank
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter. I've never really had issues. It's just I don't want to be a negative headed prick at all, like how my father was and kind of the past. So that's why I've always worked hard to do that. So the demons have kind of been that way to help me
So
find stuff.
I know what you know. I call your pieces. You know, some of them are beautiful. They're so beautiful, but I call them masterpieces on some of them, especially the one that I really like, which I see sometimes on websites, and it's called Pondering the Truth.
Yeah,
And I know. So what was the inspiration behind that one? I know I can't show that right now, but I will. I'll put it out somewhere.
that's a great one. I
Mhm.
might be able to share screen with that.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi. All right. Let's see. I can get my photos here. But this piece, this Pondering the Truth that you're talking about, that's the guy who is
Mhm.
the piece collected by the Hawaii State Art Museum. So that one's on view right now. Just try to find it real quick.
So that's in the Hawaii State. So where exactly is that? If people want to check that out.
I believe it's upstairs. And if you head to the right, he's been on view
Mm-hmm.
on that gallery on the right side. It's upstairs and in the right. I'm not sure of the
Do
name.
you know the address of the place for that one? Is it in downtown?
It is. It's the old
Okay.
courthouse, the Hawaii State
Oh,
Art
okay.
Museum.
Okay. Hmm.
I can find things.
I think I know. I don't know the street, but I think I know.
Here it is. I found it here. It's 250 South Hotel Street.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is that nice building? Yeah, the nice building over there.
Yeah, it was an old courthouse, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very cool. But yeah, so let's see. I'm still trying to dig up a little picture of that. But that one it's good to show it because it
Yeah.
looks like one of the guardians. If you're familiar with Buddhism, there's the four guardians of
Mm-hmm.
Buddhism. And this one is a self-portrait based on those four guardians. Because to me, growing up, and the four guardians were very like a big thing. It's a guardian. You cannot move it. It's like stuck. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. And so that's why I wanted to make myself as kind of a self-portrait of that.
Yeah.
Because I finally have come around the corner with my childhood things and a lot of the reasons of making the art in the first place. So he was a very big piece for showing, I guess, where I was at. I was always wearing armor. He has a lot of armor on. I'm trying to find a good picture of him. Here he is. That's great that I clicked right on it. So now I'm going to share the screen here for you. See how I can do that.
No, yeah, I'm glad you're doing that because it is really a masterpiece. It's a beautiful piece. I like it a lot.
I'm so grateful for you.
And that obviously is in the museum. So I mean, people need to.
They like him, thank goodness.
Yeah, they like it too over there. I'm sure. How long has it been there?
He's been up for a very long time.
Oh yeah, look at that.
See him there?
Yes.
So there he is on view.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he's got half of the demons as armor there. So
Mhm.
it's to show that by accepting his demons, his personal demons from the past in a way, he's kind of made them a part of his armor. So it's kind of a reminder of his own backward self to not go that route.
How big is this piece?
This piece is a little over 2 feet, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So I know you make some of these, the little design. You also do what do you call it? You also make your tools out of ceramic, right?
um,
Some of them.
some of them, but I've started. I used to do that, but now I've been working with knitting needles and different things. Living in Hawaii, we have to be very crafty because actually I don't have a art store here, or my ceramic store went out of shut down for a bit, so I don't have ceramic supply.
Yeah.
So I have to look everywhere for tools, and you order online, but pretty much knitting needles are good tools. You go all over the place, every store, grocery stores, everything's a good clay tool.
So when you made that particular image, I mean, what were you thinking about at the time when you were doing that? Do you create that images based on a particular person or yourself?
Like this character that I showed,
Yeah.
Pondering the Truth. Like I said, it's based off of Buddhism.
Okay.
So that's a real special sort of figure
Yeah.
in spirituality. And also it's like I almost felt disrespectful for doing that in different amounts, because perhaps I don't put the right amount of skulls or certain things. It's not an accurate depiction. So
Mm,
it's kind of a little bit scary to create those pieces. But mostly it was to say, like, I want to sustain and persevere just like Buddhism is, because that's how I see is Zen and Taoism is pretty much, you can't mess it up. It's always there. You can't change it. It's just, it is what it is, and it's unmovable. So that's
yeah.
why I like to use a lot of images based on Buddhism.
Yeah. No, they're beautiful. Yeah, they
Powerful.
really are. And I know, see how it's very intricate. I see the, do you have any pieces that you found that to be a really challenging piece? Or what is the most challenging piece you ever done?
Oh my, I have a big 30-inch spider on my wall. I can take it out there and show you.
Yeah.
That might be cool.
Yeah.
Because she's well lit on our back
Uh,
wall there.
mm-hmm.
And I'll show you guys where she is. So this one is still in my collection.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's a 30-inch jumping spider. It's
Uh-huh.
hard to see with the lighting. You can certainly see the
Yeah.
scary shadow, but she's 30 inches, and she's also modeled after a sacred elephant.
Mm.
So as a kid, my mom showed me that life is sacred on a jumping spider. So this one, though, we had to do 8 legs. It's all
Mm-hmm.
hollow, and I fired each piece separately and then glued it together afterwards. So it wouldn't even fit in my kiln. I can't really show her now, but I can get a good image for you if you'd like to show later.
Yeah, yeah.
But my husband, Kenny, and I
I know. Big shout out to
mostly
Kenny.
put horsehair in there with me too. So each hole on that spider, she's got hair all over her, just like a real spider. And I used Hawaiian boar's hair.
Oh,
Each one
wow.
put in individually. So that was tedious.
So I know
That
Kenny.
moment I quit.
Oh, yeah. So I know Kenny is very supportive of your work, and I know
He
he he
sure
he,
is.
he helps you too, right? In some of the pieces.
He is. And during COVID, he managed my studio and helped me get organized and get
Mhm.
functional so that we could make money again.
Yeah.
So I was working as a server before that. And yes, I've been working in this area, but I was never really relying on it for financial reasons. So,
And I know now you have a mask. I mean, you're doing these masks that I see online.
yeah, and I've been having a lot of
Mhm.
fun making, I have some Hanya masks,
Mhm.
lower masks, and they're actually wearable. These are fragile. So I have these little guys.
And
And
so that's wearable. You said, are they light? Are they
they
light?
are light.
Oh yeah. Wow.
They're fragile, of course, because they're ceramic, and they're not really they're kind of expensive. So they're kind of showpieces, but if someone wanted to wear one to I had a guy wear one to a gallery opening, and he
That's
bought it.
great.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
it's
really
good to
nice
have.
that he wanted to wear it. So
I think I'd rather wear that mask than the mask that we use for COVID.
me too, honestly. But I bet we could put this one over a COVID mask. I just have to make them bigger. I got an armature for the masks and got really lucky that it works. This is a mask that's intended for latex, but I
Oh,
just ordered it randomly online, and it actually works out perfectly for ceramic, because the size of the face is larger, and
mm-hmm,
ceramic shrinks when you cook it to fire it.
mm-hmm.
So that it's actually fits, it shrinks perfectly to fit our face. So
Wow.
I got lucky. But yeah.
And I know you've been doing this. I know you've been working a lot. I mean, you just continuously work, right?
I have a hard time resting. I just work all the time. So
So how do you organize your themes? I mean, do you pick a theme and then you do that set of work, all that they're all similar, and then you switch off to a different theme when it's time to.
yeah, it's weird because a lot of it is, like I was saying, it was art therapy. So sometimes, like, all right, I finished up this a batch of cups, but it's and all the demons, maybe they've kind of relieved me of what I was thinking about, in a way. So I get things out of my system. And then that's how I change to another theme. So oftentimes like, oh, I'm not upset. I feel great. And that's where the animals come from a lot of times. Yeah.
Do you have a do you have a favorite one
Oh,
of all the pieces you've ever made?
I do, but it's not here anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody bought it.
I've been real lucky. I don't have anything with me anymore. A lot of my stuff has sold.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm very, very, very grateful for that. But I could show you guys some pictures here. I do have my
yeah,
things here if we have some time.
yeah. Sure.
All right. Yeah, so we'll find my little things here. Here it is, found my album. So I do have a favorite, and he's a raccoon, was from a long time ago. This was in my armor stage, so I'm gonna share you the screen here. And this is what I talk about my armor. Everything I had, this was in 09.
Oh
And
wow, I like that one.
thank you. His name is
Wow, so cute.
what his name is.
Wow, just
Yeah, he's kind
adorable.
of cute, but he's very determined to stand his ground and keep doing what he does. Because this was it made in 09, but you have, parents, people are unsure about your direction. You're unsure about your direction. So that's
Yeah.
why I was wearing armor in my pieces, all of them for many years were wearing armors because they needed to be protected. They're warriors and they have to fight for the right to even exist, which I kind of felt too. Like you have to just keep making stuff, making nonstop. Because when you're making ceramic art, like your voice, you can share that and certain things when you're singing, but making ceramic things, it's physical. So you have to constantly make a physical object. So you have to feel determined. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Do you ever get you know how writers have writer's block? Do you ever get
Yeah.
artist block?
You bet I do. Yeah, and that's when I usually realize it's time for me to rest. I need to chill, relax, don't expect to be selling all kinds of stuff or making all kinds of stuff. Usually it's mostly making stuff and then the sell comes in after. It's because of the art therapy part. Makes it be first and foremost, I have to make stuff. But sometimes when I'm all dry, that means it's time to go to the ocean, time to go hiking, time to relax.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing is that you live in Hawaii where you can do all that, and that's
I'm very grateful for that.
I know. I mean, we're so proud of you, honestly.
Thank you.
Hawaii's very own.
I'm so honored to be here and to be well received by Hawaii.
Yeah. Um.
That's
Now I know you also teach.
I do.
Yeah.
I love teaching.
I don't know if you're teaching right now because of COVID. I mean,
I actually wasn't teaching because of COVID for a long time, but actually about a half a year ago already, a studio I worked in. I lived in Seattle for a couple of years. Kenny and I did. And during that time, I worked with a ceramic studio named Seward Park Clay Studio. And the fellow, Peter over there, called me and said, hey, do you want to teach for us? And I'm like, well, I'm not really going to be flying anytime soon. But he's like, yeah, duh, we have Zoom. So I teach on Zoom now.
that's
That's
great.
why I was kind of able to use this thing, I think. So yeah, I teach a class in Seattle once a week. And I've actually just been able to go to Donkey Mill on the Big Island in Kona, wonderful arts center, to be able to teach a workshop there too. So that was the first live workshop I've taught.
So is that like a one-time event?
There was a one-time weekend event, but it was a really nice time we had. So I have a feeling I'll be back over there.
Yeah. You know, if somebody wanted to find out how to get into your class, I mean, how do people find out? Like, I know you don't have one right now, but in the future,
in the future, I would say,
I mean, I know you have a Facebook and Instagram
I do
and
have a Facebook, and I do consider for people here offering private lessons, things like that.
oh, do you
Just
do that?
because
Oh,
I
okay.
do that. I haven't really advertised too much for it because I've been so busy making things, but I am very willing to do that. It's just hard to advertise, right? Sometimes when I'm busy working all the time,
Yeah.
I don't do that. So yeah, and I will teach locally as well. I'm very open to do so. I feel like I've turned a corner though with COVID, having to stay home and kind of figure it out, human up and pull my head out and kind of see where I've been doing myself wrong, eating wrong, and just kind of tighten up. So I feel like that had a lot to do with my being able to talk about the past now and kind of my journey. Before it was kind of hard to give an interview.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
grateful you didn't ask till now.
I know that's what I was just gonna say that maybe it wasn't meant to be. That's why
Perfect.
because if I did this interview way before, then you wouldn't be.
Nobody would like me now. No.
Yeah. So
Harder to give interviews before, I remember.
I think it's really amazing that you're teaching because a lot of people don't like to share their talent. In some ways, they don't, and
Mhm.
that I'm glad you do. Do you think it's important to pass along
I
knowledge?
really, really, really think it's important. If you have a talent, then I
Mm.
feel like what I had to do was learn to give it freely and to share it because I'm very grateful to have this. And nobody I've taught in these years have done anything. I mean, one person has done it similar, but she has her own voice in it. So I feel like ceramics and art has been done so many times that nothing I've done has not been done before. It's just in the way that I've done it.
Yeah,
So
but you have a special style. I mean, there definitely is. I mean, I can tell your work.
I appreciate
Knowing you, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you have cats.
Mhm.
There's some of the images. You have an owl. I love those cat images and the owl and
I love cats too. They're so free.
I know, yeah. I love them. Um, do you think your style has evolved through the years? Because I know you
Definitely.
started because when people, when time goes by, we always have we change our passion for things.
Yeah. I feel like now, because a lot of the things aren't wearing armor anymore, I'm still very inspired by Asian artwork and feel like that's a great
Mhm.
thing to connect with. But I also do feel like things are evolving and kind of feel like at a moment where I'm like, yeah, I'm experimenting with decorative things, lots of masks and things like that. And so I do feel like I'm at a kind of a standpoint now in a way
Yeah.
because the art therapy part is done. So um yeah, I feel like I'm still in the middle of changing and I feel like I have evolved over the years with it.
I mean, we're always
Less
evolving.
of a perfectionist, maybe.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm growing into more
Yeah.
of a human who's like, yeah.
I mean, we're always
I'm-
evolving, I think, in many ways. But what is your sun sign?
oh gosh. What am I, like a Virgo?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a Virgo, and then I think my moon sign is Gemini, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, as an artist, for sure, Virgos are just amazing people. Yeah.
yeah, we're hard to get along with.
And
But
you're one of my friends in the 11th house. Now I know.
yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well,
Absolutely.
I know you have an Etsy page, which is Demons in My Tea.
Yep.
If
And
you want
also
to check that out.
Instagram is my main platform that I've been using with Demons in My Tea as well. And that's where the link is to go to that shop.
Okay.
So I
Well,
have a lot of
they
these
can go to
stuff.
Instagram and hit and type in Demons in My Tea, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
what is your Instagram page?
It's at Demons in My Tea, same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also my personal one, I do show a lot of my masks in progress. That one is
Oh,
the
yeah.
Demon Potter. Because I've accepted myself as the Potter. Still a demon forever, but
So if somebody wanted to hire you,
uh-huh.
are you available right now? Are you working on something?
I am available to do mask work like these
Okay.
things.
Uh-huh.
Very limited. Um, I think mostly it's best right now to just keep track of the Instagram, and that's when I put things for sale. Um, Oftentimes it's a small batch of items, so
Mm-hmm.
they sell really quickly before I can fill it up. So that's what it kind of makes it hard to do that on Instagram. Um, but I would actually take orders from people.
Okay.
It's just probably not going to happen until after the holidays are done.
So for them to
Yeah.
reach out to you, they go to your Instagram page. That would be the best way right
Yeah,
now.
and we can
Yeah.
talk on there through the messenger. But that's where a lot of it is. For now, though, I'm preparing a lot of things to be completed just to put in my shop. So those will go straight in, and then I advertise on my Instagram. Yeah, I really feel like though I kind of had to narrow the crowd a little. And Instagram, yes, it's a wide crowd, but it's kind of one avenue where I'm only getting purchased through one way. But I feel like that has helped me to focus on the art therapy part of it more, where I'm not so dead focused on the money aspect, but more of the therapeutic part. Certainly living in Hawaii, I have to think about that part too.
Yeah.
We all,
Your work is amazing, beautiful. I mean, you're a very talented artist, and I'm so grateful that
thank
you
you
live
so
in Hawaii. I'm so grateful for this. I gotta show it up one more time because it's so beautiful. I mean, let me see.
Thank you.
Yay! See how beautiful that is, and this is truly one of a kind. There's nothing like this, right?
Nope.
There's no replication of this, and it really is a beautiful piece. It's one of my most favorite pieces that I have that's original, and
Oh, I love you, my friend. I'm so honored.
and it looks like me. So I don't know. I don't know if that's. I mean, he's up. His bats are upside down. So
Yeah, she's hanging upside. Well, I'm honored. You're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Make something
you.
out of your honor. So that's why I am very selective. I do be careful about the orders. Mostly it's just getting the batches that are in there. So yeah, a lot of these cups I have this owl and this little Hanya, and also this guy. Right now they're in the shop, somewhat diminished at the moment, but it'll keep going up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to
Well,
just keep track of that demons in my team, I suppose.
I know. Well, Joey Chiarello.
Yeah.
Did I pronounce that right? Okay.
Perfect. My grandpa.
Okay. Your grandma would get mad at me.
Happy.
I'd say, oh,
Yeah.
well, thank you
Give me
for
a pulse.
joining. Yeah.
I'm so honored too. Thanks again.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful. I mean, I learned something new. Just I didn't know all these other things you were telling me, but and
Yeah.
I've known you for a while, and you're I mean, I miss seeing you guys out, you and Kenny.
You too. We're gonna try and come out more. I want to come to Michelle's at the beach one of these nights.
Yeah. Well, Michelle's probably gonna be watching this, so that's great.
Awesome, Michelle. Yeah.
I'm sure I told her about this interview, so I know she'll be watching.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and
Have a great night.
yeah, and if people are tuned in, please go to please, if you're watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and check out Joey's work. Demons in my tea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Wait, hold on, Joey. I'm gonna sign off here.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop the recording.
Thank you.